Hello and welcome. Right, yeah, this is following straight on from last time. So it is true. We're going to see how much we... Oh, do we? Yeah, it's true, actually. I think we will. We really... Every last little bit of cash is going to be very useful. It is, even that. So let's do it. Yeah, that's not like... normally, I wouldn't be that worried about something like that. But this one we're going to have to dig deep, as I said, because we're sort of like juggling. So I am pleased with what we've actually got. I think we're juggling quite well. But obviously, as I found with the mod, the Find Use mod, it's a little bit slow if you're relying on it. But then, c'est la vie, really. I like that fact. It's not... Sometimes it can be quite quick. I have had it sometimes reasonably quick. And then other times it really is not quick at all. It doesn't seem to care about you going through the months either. Fantastic. So 152,961. Let us go through till tomorrow morning, where it will be first growth stage, and we will see also how much we do lose of the bales for sitting out in the field. And if it's worth, I mean, grass is worth very little anyway, but you wouldn't want it to fritter away to nothing. But if you're losing a little bit, and obviously we're trying to gamble to get our tools, then it's worth doing. So let's have a quick look. How much did you lose? Oh, quite a considerable amount, actually. Yeah, about a sixth. So that is quite terrible. It is. Right, okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a blow, that, really, to be honest. But this is going to bring in quite a bit of cash. We will lease from what we're going to get from this. This is a shame about that. Yeah, it would be a really good, like, little earner for us to actually have something like that. That is very good value. But you can't beat the aunties. I know there'll be bigger bales. I know that. Right, let's grab that. 64,000. It's a shame we can't afford it ourselves. But at the minute, there is very little sort of like point in doing that. It's a shame about that. Oh, we could go for the red rock. No. Yeah, I just had a thought. There is nothing in the rules that says that. Yeah, and I like my thinking. Yeah, there's no... I mean, I'm not trying to evade the rules, but we can buy the telehandler. We could use the telehandler before we sold it and grab the... we would have to buy a tool for the telehandler, but that is not too terrible an idea. Yeah, you've got to exploit the rules, truthfully. I mean, use them to your advantage. I don't mean exploit as in, like, trying to find a, like, a... You know, like a... Well, no, you're not trying to find a flaw. You're trying to find a crack in the rules that will allow you to do the most. Again, this is all tactics. The entire Let's Play is all about tactics, this particular one. So, you know, again, and it was worth losing a little bit of grass to sort of see how much. So it did lose quite a lot. Had I have known that, would I have done it? Probably not. But again, that's the whole point, isn't it? You live and you learn. Hopefully, now I know how much it is. I'm not sure I'd be quite so tempted to actually do that again. But it is also true we can make the most of the telehandler that we've got. I must remember that. Yeah, it is true, really. I suppose you could have also, on that same, done your windrowing and baling. Yeah, it's true, Harry. I am missing a trick, really, about using the tools we've got. It's true. No, it is. Yeah, it's a valid point. Yeah. That one is definitely going to be worth quite a bit. Yeah, it's true. I'm not sort of trying to exploit the rules. I mean, what I mean is I'm not trying to cheat, but to use the rules to our advantage. That definitely is definitely true. That's a shame about that. Although the WMXL is more than... Well, just thinking that I can actually grab that and take it right now. Knew that was going to be tight. Right, yeah, it's true. Even 700 profit is worth doing it for when you are trying to dig this deep. Yeah, there are some limits. I suppose you say that. Yeah, this is quite an interesting day. There's quite a lot of sorts of medium to expensive items that, yeah, they're not, so they'll really do us quite proud. Yes, I'm sort of like trying to sort of think long term now that we're obviously doing wood chips. I definitely would like to do the business, but I'd like to do one myself. I really would. So I think I will probably go away, and that is my next port of call, is to do a wood business for those maps like this where you sort of clearing the land. I don't mind that kind of like forestry, as in bits where you're clearing some land to actually use. Ah, okay, so that must have been just outside. Although I have found that on other maps these are a bit... Oh, no, it really was just that fact. It was just outside the... Right, so 80,000. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. But being as we're doing that, you may as well grab that for 4,000. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to keep that for ourselves to head the... if we're going self-sufficiency, there's no point. We can actually do that already, so... Yeah. Being as you're going anywhere, what I mean is I would have left this, but I thought, well, you're actually going in there anyway with a big bedness, so why don't you just take that to even 400 as we're going anyway? It's not a special journey. It's not too terrible a thing to actually do. And I do concur. It is true. Do need to borrow the telehandler before we think of selling it. I won't, yeah, I'm not going to ever borrow the telehandler's tools from the shop, because we'll treat that totally as the shops. Where you wouldn't do that, and it is the shops, and the shop would not allow you to use their tools. So yeah, we're leaving that definitely. So we will now buy a telehandler tool, and this will be for hopefully a telehandler of our own. Yeah, we will buy it. We'll go out on a limb. So we want to borrow that. Oh no, we want to buy it first. We can't borrow something if we haven't got it. Just gotta hope it's not too badly damaged and it blows up as we drive down the road. About 50-50. I think we could manage a tiny bit of work from it. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a pain, but we can. We'll have to drag them as they are. Say we've got to dig deep on this one. Now I will allow the buying of my bale trailer because it's a self-made and it's tiny and it's 1,777. Again, it's one of those tools that wouldn't... I suppose that's not a bad classification. There are certain tools that are never ever going to appear in the sales, although front loaders actually do, and that one, they're not about value, but almost all things below about 10 grand don't appear in sales. Most of these items are over 10,000, but some things, that is their proper price, not the price that you get them reduced to, but the price that they actually are to begin with. Yeah, so definitely we won't be doing that again with the bales. That's, yeah, quite a big loss, really. Yeah, 14%. I'm not going to time lapse it. It's not worth it for 9 bales. So first growth stage. Apologies for the silence. Yeah, I'm tired. I've got to be honest. I'm not going to time lapse it though. It is true. It's not going to take us more than a couple of minutes to grab these. I need to rally. Yes, at least once they're in the silo, these will be... Well, I presume they're safe in the silo. It's true. Presumption or assumption is not always true. We ought to have a look and see how much is in there. I think it will be. It always used to be in even FS19, and it used to have dissolving bales, but it is true. We don't know this for certain, so being as we're not doing anything with it, it's not really a bad idea to actually scientifically prove to ourselves whether or not that is true. Right, so how much in total have we got of grass? 47,178. So we let's leave our telehandler tool, and we'll go through till September, where we're going to do our final cut. Yeah, we lost a cut really because it wasn't ready in April. Yeah, it's a sort of expect it to be, you know, like fully cuttable, but again I suppose it depends on, yeah, I have known differences in different maps. It's not always treated the same. Normally most maps treat, I suppose you start in August though, don't you really? I've got to be honest, it is very, very pretty. It is. I'd liked, it's true, are we going to develop the PR? I really fancied... Yeah, it's a difficult one. It is. Yeah, actually that is true. Although I don't think this can grab it, so... I'm thinking, yeah, the wheels are turning. I was thinking about this obviously having the bit of a windrower, but I'm not sure how I feel about actually doing that. I'm sort of doing something that's unrealistic, and I'd like to stick as much as possible to being realistic. Otherwise, I think you're sidestepping the challenge of it, really, if you allow like super things to happen. It's a little bit different, I suppose, with the like an extra capacity trailer than it would be something that all of a sudden has an ability to windrow. Fantastic. So 227, and we will go straight through now that we've moved the so we'll go to the third cut, and then I would imagine, well, it all depends what equipment's. You can, that's what I say, you can never really assume. We could get our equipment come that we've ordered. You know, lots of things could happen. You could have 2 tractors. The Amazon, Volvo, sugar beet header unrealistic. Would actually move. Well, it would. It's true, but. That is a strange colour. Well, we can sell it, though. It's true. What we're going to do... Make sure we've got nothing. Oh, that's right. You have got to have... Yeah, the baler... Oh, no, you haven't. Not Unreal. Oh, you have on this one. So this is an Unreal one. I've only ever had the realistic where you can actually buy that. So yeah, that is a bit of a different one. Fantastic. Yeah, as we've seen, we've gone through quite a few days, and we have not had... It's absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with actual, you know, like going through 24-hour or month periods. It seems to be real time. That is the way that the find used equipment mod works. Third time. Yeah, I'm apologise. Yeah, I keep sort of a little bit days really sort of tired, where you like keep sort of almost sinking into forgetfulness of, you know, like that should be talking to my guests. So I do really apologise. Yeah. So then, let's get this done, get everything sold, and go through till September, where we will leave it ready to do the work next session. Yeah, I was just trying to think. It's all tactics, isn't it, really? Whether you buy that other thing now, or whether you do it in a, you know, like then you're not going to have any cash left. It's all that kind of like gamble. And we've got 2 beautiful tractors as well. We will buy that, even that. Yeah, we will. It's still 1,000 for that, so why not? Yeah, it is a bit of a shame. Had this on the other Saxlingham as well, where we got loads of tractors to begin with, and then like when we started to play properly, we just got the 3 tractors, and we then didn't get any tractors for quite a while. So it's just one of those random things. And again, we seem to be getting loads of tractors like dropping at the minute when we can't afford them. But it will be interesting to see how we do when we're actually in full. That's a good price. They're both a good price, really. For 295 horsepower, the 95,000. That is really, really good. It is actually. How much is our... Yeah, again, this is tactics. 74,000 for a 190 horsepower tractor. Yeah, I do. I think, and that's on that as well. We might get a little bit more. It's all tactics. It is. We ought to take that with us, though. We could actually repair that. And the WMXL that we bought. Well, I was going to put the repair point down here, but then when I thought about it, I thought, well, yeah, but if we're not sort of, I don't mean we're not staying here, but if we're moving to the main farmyard, then really we don't want to be sticking things down here. Although I suppose the £75 one really isn't going to break the bank. Yeah, sometimes your tactics can go a little bit too mad sometimes, but unfortunately that's a little bit like I am. Ooh, I'm a bit of a terror for things like that. Wow. I don't know why I actually snagged that. I think it's probably the edge of the map. We may have to Oh, wow. Might have to reset all three of us. Nope. Apologise for this, but it really is jammed. Yes, it's not laziness. So, again, we sort of have, in a way, sort of inspired by really what I was saying a little while back. We borrowed this for a couple of months. And we didn't repair it either, did we? No, we did. We did actually repair it, so... We will have lost a little bit, but at least we did repair it. I'm not sure if it is worth a little bit more. I never could work that one out, whether actually... I know the dearer something is, obviously the more expensive the repair cost is, and then it didn't seem to make much sense. You know, it didn't seem to make you much more money, so I've always, since that day, not ever repaired anything. I'll just sell it as it is. If you're going to borrow something, it might make a bit more sense. You do, but you don't. Yeah. Oh, so 81,000. So we will indeed, we have already bought that, but that we will buy two. This one to sell. This is 178 horsepower. So really, all things considered, that's not a bad decision, really. No, we'll grab the class. Well, let's first of all sell the fast track. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've always said this about the sales, that you can get these deals that sometimes are really, really good value. That it's, I say this, almost too good to miss. And if you get one of those like that, I mean, this is 144,000 for about the same as the McCormick, or slightly less. And although I love the fast track, obviously I'd sooner have a bit more horses. 295 horsepower tractor definitely is a fantastic sort of thing. So let's just repair that. So because of the wheeler dealering, we're up to 254,000. We'll go through to September morning. Yeah, all right, okay, Mr. Tactics, true. Yeah, let's go through till the morning. I think we did everything. We did literally everything. So it is September. This is where we go through to the 9s. Just a hunch that was, but yeah, it might still. Oh, the other thing is, it'd be interesting to see, is it still there in the morning, or does it disappear? Or is it part of, like, today's ready for tomorrow? It just intrigues me, this kind of how the game works, because Giants have obviously made a change on the sales. And that's true, actually. Yeah, the old premise was that it used to be the same. Ah, so it did disappear. So we won't really know what we actually did get or would get, like, if we'd have carried on through that day. Shallow cultivator. So quite a bit of, like, Kemper type stuff and that as well. 8,000 to pretty much every liquid that there is. No, I think if I was going to do it, it'd be 16,000. We would need a second one at some point, but I can think. No, my first one is about that. So let's just do the buying and selling from today, and then we know what we've got left to do. Next session we'll get the. Let's just grab this. Yeah, we'll do the that field for the last time this year. And then hopefully we can afford. Well, we're going to wood chip. Yeah, again, none of our sale items have appeared yet, and we have actually ordered. Yeah, that's the other thing. Obviously, we've ordered all this stuff. When it does come, I've had this a few times where all of a sudden it'll do 6 items all at once. So right, yeah, let's just. Grab this little lot, so we may as well even sell that. It's true. If we grab one of those on each time as well, I can drag one thing at a time. Let me just pull this out of the way. I keep, like, I'm too close to it. So we are buying the odd little thing. I say our equipment is blossoming, and we are earning cash as well because of what we're actually doing. So I quite like what we're doing. It's obviously a little bit repetitive, this particular aspect, but then again, I suppose so is, like, doing a wheat field or an oat field. It's all boils down to tactics and, like, how to sort of do the game as best you possibly can, but also to put yourself and pitch yourself against different elements, which we have done, and we had a very, very difficult start. So I still think, all things considered, that we've done well, really. I'm not sure I'm going to have the back thing actually in. Oh no, it is. No, we did say this. It's an extension of you. So we want the Kemper and a tower. Fantastic. Saving. Yeah, I'm quite pleased where we are. I mean, I know obviously we could have had, like, deer. Oh no, this is, yeah. I hope this really is an extension, because that's not coming through that door anytime soon. No, it's true. It wasn't, was it? Right, so we want to go you, and we may as well go. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're going to do them both anyway. So fantastic. So we've still not got a windrower, nor have we got the. Yeah, we didn't get one this time. So it is what it is. Gonna have to dig deep again, but this time... Yeah, well, again, yeah, I mean, we've... That's what I was saying, it does seem to be sort of quite a long time, this random factor. I don't know whether it's on the hour, every hour, and there's obviously this chance that you're going to get. But it does, to me, seem like that when you earn, when you buy multiple things, it really throws a spanner and extends how long it's going to take for those things to drop. Yeah, let's do this a bit differently. Hate it, yeah. The other thing that goes when you're tired is like your ability to think laterally, you know, like think outside the box. You sort of, I sort of go into a bit of a Neanderthal where it's all push, 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 hit, hit, hit. And all niceties like, so we've missed the... Ah, that surprises me really. Oh no, it is a bit over actually thinking about it. Fantastic. So, is this the biggie? Fairly big. Oh. Oh, that surprised me. Why? I suppose that is in the way a little. Yeah, I know we are taking over a bit. Fantastic. Last little bit, and then we literally are going to leave it so that next session we get cracking with the grass, the mowing, and the baling, and like we have done before. So it'd be just nice to see where we got to financially when the dust settles from all our... The one thing is we will definitely be able to afford our new farmyard. Yeah, it's true. I'm not sure. Another thing is, I know people do get a little bit like to sort of see the farm, but I'd like to discover the map a little bit, and also sort of playing an itinerant farmer who does move around a bit. You sort of could say that it's the character or the map that we're actually going to do that, because I'd like to sort of... Yeah, I've got a place in mind that I saw on one of the episodes that I really wouldn't mind actually sort of... Ooh, got to drop that because otherwise I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to like hit the other far side. I just think it'd make a really good place, but there might not be anything down there, so we will probably have a look later, not later on today, but like, you know, like further on into the Let's Play. Right, so, wow. 300,000 in total, and we've got a 296 horsepower tractor, headers, seeder, harvester, good harvester, weeder, another seeder, as well as a planter, a mower, obviously we know, and this beautiful, my absolute favourite all time, and yeah, actually, yeah, no, don't forget this little tractor too. It's two, we have got two tractors. So we're going to leave it there. We should find that we are like third growth stage. Oh, now the other thing I'd like to do is see, have we still got 47,000 litres of grass in that? We have. So that's not budged. Not even a single litre have we lost. This is... Oh, yeah, of course you get half fertilised for the fact that you cut it. So that's quite amazing. Right, so we'll chop this and we'll do the same as we did last time. Rinse and repeat. No, I don't say... If I was just sort of thinking tactics, but no. I'd like to cut this now because it's got a chance to grow, and then it really should be ready next April for us to do this. And obviously, if we're going to make our own TMR or something like that with the grass in time, it's not a waste as doing what we're doing. It just means we do have to dig deep to actually, yeah, like grab this. It is a bit laborious, but you can do it. And obviously, we've been a little bit unfortunate. We haven't got any windrowers every single month we've done this. Our items, I think, didn't we? I think we did. We ordered Wolfex moddings. I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did do that. So, yeah. But we're still up to 301,000. We have our one field. We now can buy this for 191, but would leave us 111,000 again. But then we would be able to do our wood chips and chop all of these trees down. And we will lease a planter and we will plant some more back. But we will then have... yeah, obviously with the ability to put an animal enclosure down, because there's a lot of land on this. Maybe make a field or two. We could sort of shrink this a little. We could make that into more of a field. Silo, they get rid of... Obviously, we've got rid of most of the trees there anyway, although there's the picture of the trees, they're no longer there. Get rid of this set of trees, all of these down here, and make maximum use of our land. And then we've obviously also got 5... Oh, okay, so that went into a grass field as well. Right, yeah. So this is yeah, I mean, it's not... I quite like this. It's got some nice sheds. I know it's not got a silo, but we've just put a silo down, so I'm not really worried. Plenty of room for productions. Could even put my house down, and we could get rid of the rubble and all that type of stuff. But they are nice sheds. Yeah, they are. I really do like them. Got some real character. And there's plenty of them. Yeah. So I like it. And there's also... It's flat as a pancake, so you can put a couple of productions down. So we take those trees down and go straight through to our sort of field. Again, another fairly decent sized shed here. And I like the character. So yeah, I think this... We could really make do it. And it's... For the main, it's fairly level. Okay, there's a bit of a umpy bumpy bits here. I just can see this. It's a shame that we're going to have to chop the trees down, but to make the most of the land, I think we're going to have to. And also, we will use the wood chips to sort of, yeah, we should give ourselves a leg up, especially if we are going to make a wood chippy business or use that chippy business, because it is a bit of a beast. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.